The more I think about this, the more I think about what we are experiencing in the United States right now. This is just the bill coming due. This is 400 years of karma catching up to us. Us. I mean, this country was founded on 250 years of slavery. The foundations of this country were built by slaves, African slaves, kidnapped from Africa. And if you've ever seen the pictures, the drawings, the diagrams of the lower levels of slave ships and how they were transported to this country, and if they got sick, or if they died, or if they put up a fuss, they were just thrown overboard in the middle of the Atlantic. Cost of doing business. 250 years of slavery, 100 years of Jim Crow. This country was founded on the wholesale slaughter of First Nations populations, Native Americans, for 300 years. 80 million people. Stealing their land. I mean, when we were all taught the fucking fable of Christopher Columbus when we were in elementary school, he discovered America. He never set foot on the lower 48 states, what would become them, the continental United States. And, the more we learn about him, wow. But when he discovered America, there were, 60, 70 million people who lived here already for thousands of years, who knew how to manage things like forests, wildfires and shit. And we slaughtered all of them, and we slaughtered all the buffalo. And this country was founded on women were property and were not permitted to participate in our constitutional republic. And how many of our founding fathers owned slaves? Thomas Jefferson owned the mother of several of his children, who he also owned because they were slaves. And we revere that and him. George Washington owned more slaves than any other single individual in the colonies. And he's our founding father. And now we are an autocratic, authoritarian state, an authoritarian nation. So maybe this is just our karma. Maybe this is just the bill. I'm angry. I'm extremely angry. I still, at 56 years old, do not know nearly enough about the actual history of what has become the United States of America. Largely because of how I grew up and where I grew up and what we were taught K through 12 in schools, what we were taught about Christopher Columbus, what we were taught about the Civil War, what we were taught about Thanksgiving. and what we weren't taught about those things. A few weeks ago, a black woman commented on one of my posts. She just wrote, "Yeah, not enough white people are angry yet." And it's like, yeah. And also, it's like, how fucked up is that? Maybe this is just the bill, and now we have to pay that bill. Not that that is going to make up for literally anything that's happened over the last 400 years.